Hello again, my chess friends. This is a game that I played online. Me Baggs versus GardenWonder. I'm playing as black and he's playing as white. It was a really good game. I hope you enjoy it. And so let us begin. It went E4, C5, D4, C takes D, C3. He's doing a gambit on me, so then he plays knight takes c3. I'm up a pawn. Then I go knight c6. I'm trying to keep my pawn, or even if I have to give it back for position, I'll do that. He brings another knight out, knight to f3. And then I go d6. The reason I'm going d6 is, if you notice, it lets out my light squared bishop on c8. He goes c4. I go e5. e5 opens up my light squared bishop down a humongous line. It does d7, e6, f5. Then it goes g4, and then it even attacks the h3, so it's a really good opening. He castles. I go bishop e6. I'm ready to trade because I see I'm a pawn up. If I can trade down my pieces, I'll be into a winning endgame, a pawn up. He trades. I trade. He goes bishop, queen to b3. I go d7. I'm now protecting the e6 and the b7 pawn because the white queen was attacking those two pawns. I go g5. He goes knight g5. I go h6, and that's to protect if he wants to jump in. Maybe if I castle, then he wouldn't be able to fork my both rooks on the if I castle queenside. He takes, then I move my bishop up, and I'm not too upset. I gave back my my pawn for position, and you'll see later on how it works. He goes knight takes, g7 check. I move, because now he has to move out. Then I trade. Do you see now how my queen could take the pawn? I can even bring my knight up. That's at c6 to d4 and fork his queen and the pawn. So I'm going to win the pawn back, so don't worry. I go d4, like I said, forking both. And he goes queen to d5. I go knight takes f5. Then he goes d2 with his bishop. I go rook to c8. Now, if he moves his knight, if he moves knight, I can swing it down to c2, and then I can have a great rook on the second rank, and sooner or later I get my other rook down there too. He goes knight to e4. I go knight d4, because if you notice, it's protected. Nothing can kick it out, and it's in a beautiful square. It locks down any moves that that his knight can go to, and his queen is locked in. It would take her one move to get out, so I have a tempo. He checks with his bishop. I just say, hey, everything's safe. I'm going to move over. He goes f to d1, attacking my knight. I go c6. I'm daring him to trade. He trades. I trade. I go f3. He goes f3. Now look, I just penetrated to the second rank. Now it's time to take over. He goes b6. I'm sorry, b3. That was a mistake because he allowed me to do a move combination that will end the game soon. It's like a 5-move combination. I'll show you. It was so beautiful. I saw it all the way through. It starts with rook g8. He goes king. I take. Then he plays bishop, trying to stop it. I take. He moves. I take with my knight. Now it's a devastating checkmate, forced. He goes f1. I go check. He has to intercept with his bishop. Then I know I'm going to let you see the checkmate. I'm going to step back for 3 seconds and allow you to look and see it and enjoy it as much as I did when I implemented it. Exactly. G1. Checkmate. How sweet can that be? A checkmate on the back rank, even when his 2 rooks are at home.